Hey everybody, back for another overnighter at my favorite spot, although now it's a little bit wintry. Let me show you guys. It's a lot of green, but it did snow, so there's a little bit of snow out there. And as you might be able to tell if you watched my other video, you'll see that the water level is quite a bit higher than it was. Yeah. You know, it used to be quite a ways down. Now it's right here on the edge. So, makes things kind of interesting. I'm keeping an eye on it because if it rose up too much, it'd be a bummer, but I'm not expecting it. It's nothing melting. The level it's at now is actually the level it should stay at. It's not supposed to rise up anymore, which is good. Yeah, and I'm just out here. I got here really late, so not showing you building it up, but there's my camp. And there's the woods behind me. Up on the hill, I'm down, at the bottom of the hill right next to the water. Gonna be starting my fire once again with quick start because it's just, since I got here so late, once again brought wood from home. The stuff on top is fairly dry. The stuff on bottom was already here. I left it from last time and it's kind of wet, but I think I'll be able to dry it out throughout the evening. This is my fire setup. Got some little stuff, got some stuff battened down, or batoned down. Got my fire starter in here. This is my monster fire steel. Puts out some good sparks. At least I'll be a little bushcrafty. I'll use it to start it instead of a lighter. Or at least I'm gonna try. If it doesn't work, I will use a lighter. Yeah, okay. Let me see. Let me show you my sleep system. I gotta go over this side this time instead of the other side. Like I did on my other two videos, because it's that little place right there is kind of dangerous. I do not want to slip and fall into that. That would be no fun. Now, last time I was kind of cold because I brought the wrong sleeping bag. This time, I brought the right sleeping bag. It's a Swedish, whoops, this thing slips like crazy. It's a Swedish Army sleeping bag. Goes to -26. And since we're only supposed to be getting down to -0, that's centigrade, by the way. Since we're only supposed to be getting down to 0, it should be just fine. I'm not going to rely on a fire to be warm tonight, that's for sure. I got my another jacket, my wool jacket hanging there with some other stuff. I got my gear hanging system there, but I don't want to hang too much on it because it's on my my main line for my tarp here that's covering my sleeping bag and my hammock. That's how it looks like. I hope I got the hang right this time. I did hang it first and lay in it to make sure that I'm not going to be slipping down to the bottom like I was last video. And I expect to stay warmer. Still got the underquilt, got my top, it's like a buddy blanket, they call it. I imagine I'll probably not have my sleeping bag all the way closed because it gets really warm. If it's not cold enough, it gets really warm. But I think it should work out perfect tonight, because the sleeping bags usually never the rating that they're rated for. They usually don't handle that. Although this is the Habitat XL from Meval, I think is the name. Like I said, Swedish company, Swedish military grade, so I'm expecting to be just fine. you can see, here, let me take you down here. It's been a lot of water lately. Usually, or the last couple times, this has been dry. So that's how much water is coming out of the hill. And the one I usually use is right down there, coming out of the hill up there. And it's always got water flowing, even in the hottest days of summer, because it does have a spring added to it. The one here beside me is basically just runoff from the entire hill up there. And it's been kind of wet the last few days, so yeah, a lot of water. But I think I'll be fine. I really do. I am right next to the water, but it's not supposed to rain tonight. If anything, it'll snow, so no big deal. My little tarp over my hammock should be plenty. The other tarp is basically just my sitting area right next to the fire. And yeah, looking to be gonna be a nice chilled out evening, I believe. Got a couple brewskis, and that'll be fun. I don't know that I'm going to cook tonight because I'm not really hungry. I might get hungry later. If I do, I got food, got my stove, got yeah, pretty much everything I need. Got my Kindle, got some stogies, well, my tobacco and papers, and a Budvar. It's the original Budweiser from Czechoslovakia, or Czechai. Sorry, I aged myself by saying Czechoslovakia. Yeah, I do have an extra tarp there that I decided not to put up. Didn't think it was going to be necessary. Cheers. Good beer, even though it's in a can. A bottle would be better. But if you're going to be carrying it in, can is okay. For those occasions, a can is okay. Okay, I'll get back to you guys a little bit later, I guess, when it gets darker. And I'll start my fire. Shouldn't be but about an hour. I'm not sure what time it is right now, but figure about an hour. Oh, and I use this again, that stake in the middle. Works out really well, gives me enough room. And decided to put all my stuff underneath the tarp instead of hanging it up. I know I usually like to hang it, but it's calling for either snow or rain. I'm expecting snow. A big fish just jumped right there. Cool. Maybe one of these days I'll get my fishing license. Yeah. So I'm going to read for a little bit. And I'll get back to you guys when it's dark. All right, take it easy. See you then. So I thought I'd give you guys a quick show you how close I am to the road in. And this is the road I walk in on. It goes along all the way down the river, quite a ways to another town, but if you look through the trees down there, see if I can focus, zoom in a little bit. See that lighter patch of green right there? That is my tarp, the one that I sit under. So my fire was probably noticeable from up here, but I don't care. There's nobody walking around. This is my buddy's little shack they have out here. And it takes me, like I say, about 15 minutes to walk down the road. And then I go down this little path. Which leads to the river. And eventually, not too far, well, not too far down the road, down this path, leads to my campsite, which my buddy has so generously allowed me to stay at. There's the cabin from the other side. In the winter, it does not get used that much. In the summer, I think sometimes they have parties and stuff. There's an old broken down shack. I think it might have been an outhouse at one time. I'm not sure. Or just a little storage shed, something like that. And we already quite obviously see the river. I'm taking small steps because everything is really muddy and wet. It's been raining and snowing off and on for the last couple weeks, which, you know, like I said, the river's way higher than usually when I'm down here. So that's, well, not really a concern, but anyway, the path goes down here where my buddy's family has built this little half round thing, which I think I might eventually one time put up my tent inside on a real stormy one, you know, just to see what it's like when it storms out here. That would be kind of cool too. If you see the roof is really massive. It's got a metal beam in front, another one in back. This thing is bomb. It's hardcore. I don't think this tree or that tree or any of these trees would bother it at all. I think they'd fall on it and break. But, you know, you never know, man. You never know. But I'd be willing to try it. Excuse me. I mean, you know, here's from up above. That's the well I usually use, or the source of water I usually use. Because it's coming and being filtered through that entire hill. So yeah, it's fairly clean. And I have my water filter system anyway that I use. The Sawyer squeeze, and it's worked for quite a few years for me. So we go farther down along here. And let me see. Here's my camp. There's the other little stream. Like I said, it's usually dry. This time it's flowing pretty good. Yeah. So, my camp, I think it looks okay. Fairly squared away. Everything's tied down. Nice and solid, I hope. But I'm not expecting any storm winds or anything of that nature, so I should be good to go. And since I can't walk very much on the other side of my hammock, I decided to make this side the walkway just to be safe, and took everything from that side of the hammock and put it over here, so everything's accessible from this side, because I don't want to have to be, you know, just maybe out of bad habit, walk around the wrong side, slip in the water, see ya. Nope, don't want that to happen. So to get to my campsite, I'll walk along here. And it does actually go along the river, and in the summer, quite often my buddy and his uncles will come down and clear off the brush, and you can actually walk from here to the little town along the river, and you don't have to go up to the road or anything, which makes it kind of nice. But it's been a while since I've been able to do that. Those couple trees look like they fell down. Wow. Let's go check that out. I didn't notice that last time, so maybe that's new. I'm wondering if they fell down or if Mr. Beaver got them. But let me see. Whey. Mr. Beaver is doing some damage along here. No, they were cut down actually. Okay. Looks like my buddy's uncle must be getting busy. See the beaver damage down there? See it? Yeah, he's just nibbling away. Huh. Okay, cool. I wonder when those trees are gonna fall. Because Mr. Beaver is busy. That's why they call it a busy as a beaver, I guess. At least I've heard that before when I was younger, I guess. And in Oregon, you know, the beaver state. So, here's the view I usually show you guys, because I think it's so nice. I really do. If you look up top, tough to tell, but there's the ruins up there that I will eventually make a little video of. Let's see. Yeah, this isn't a real interesting video. I didn't show you guys any setting up because I just got out here too late. Yeah, I never get tired of that view. The sky looks kind of, I don't know. Might get some snow. It's possible, I guess. The forecast says could be. Walking up on the camp, man, I love it every time I do it. Such a cool view. All right, I'm gonna chill out for a while. Finish my adult beverage. I only got one more. I only brought two. No big deal. It's good enough. And then I'll start my fire when it gets dark. I'm social distancing like a mofo. All right, talk to you guys later. So as you can see, I got a little bit more clothes on. It's getting chilly, getting towards evening time. And yeah, thought I'd show you guys what it looks like with evening coming in and snow around. No big deal, just passing the time. Thought I'd keep you guys involved a little bit. Been reading for about an hour. This is actually right here, looks like where Mr. Beaver comes out of the water and heads his way up the hill. Huh? Okay. Here we go. Oh, shoot. Boy, that was slippery. It was a big old root. That's funny. Yeah. Oh, it's so nice and peaceful out here. I've been wanting to get out here in the winter for a long time. I'm glad I'm finally able to do it. Yeah, I'm definitely glad about that. It's a cool thing. As long as you have the right equipment. You gotta have the right gear. If you don't have the right gear, you are going to be cold. And I think I have the right gear. Now, time will tell. I'll let you guys know in the morning how it went. But I'll definitely have some fireside time. At least just a little bit, show you guys the fire and how relaxing that is. It's kind of funny. I had to put some logs or pieces of wood underneath the feet of my chair. Otherwise it sinks into, otherwise it sinks into the ground. The feet do. And that's, if you sink into the ground, man, it's a super bummer because you sink in like that far. Excuse me. I've already had it where one of the rubber caps of the legs came off in the ground, and it took me like 10 minutes to dig the darn thing out. So a lesson learned. And it's much more comfortable if you put some stoppers underneath the feet. I don't know, maybe I'll make some permanent things or see if maybe you can get some kind of, wide round plates that could fit onto the feet. That'd be kind of cool. If not, maybe I can make something that would do it. Yeah, that's all. Just thought I'd give you guys a quick update how things is going. It sure is pretty and peaceful out here. Makes for a very enjoyable, relaxing time. I think I said on my last video, a night out here is like a week's vacation, at least for me. I'm curious if there's going to be any animal movement tonight. Last time the little critters, the little squirrels were really busy, but tonight, I don't know. As cold as it is, there might not be anything going on. Just real silent. We'll see. My fire might attract them. Hopefully it doesn't attract any police. We've got an 8 o'clock evening lockdown, but I kind of figure more social distancing. How are you going to get more social distance than this? The closest people are, 2.5, 3 kilometers away. So, yeah. You can't get much more social distance than that. All right. Just wanted to check in. I'll let you guys know what's when I get my fire going. I probably won't be able to show you the start of it because, once again, I'm filming with my iPhone, and when you film with an iPhone, you have to use one hand to hold it, or you have to have a tripod or some kind of something to hold it, and I do not have I have some at home, but I did not bring one with me. Did not consider that, because that would have made a lot better. You could, turn it to where it's, picturing the fire, and then you get down there and off it goes, But I'll probably have to skip that part. I can't do it one-handed, that's for sure. Yeah. Oh well, cool. Talk to you guys later. So, got my fire going, and it actually worked out with the fire steel. It took a couple tries until one finally took, but as soon as it did, no problem. And once again, I brought some dry wood from home because it's just too wet out here right now. I mean, the stuff that I left out here from last time, you can see, it's fairly wet. It's been rained on for like 2 weeks, so I will be drying stuff off using the dry stuff that I brought from home. And, well, that should work out pretty good, I hope. And like I say, I'm not, the heat is not for, or the fire is not for heat tonight, especially. I mean, while I'm sitting out here and reading and hanging out, it'll keep my legs warm and all that stuff. The upper body's warm just from the jackets I got on. But it'll keep the feet nice and toasty. So when I jump in my sleeping bag, I'll put on some dry socks, and that will be quite comfortable, I'm hoping. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for anyway. We'll see how it goes. I'm expecting it to work out pretty good. Oh, I got my headlamp on, getting ready for the evening. It's from Bushnell. Got it when I was in the States. Cost me like $35 at the time. It's a pretty good deal. I like it. It works out really well. And it's rechargeable with USB, so that makes it convenient. And a charge is more than enough for one overnight. I actually have a power bank with me too, so if I needed to, I could charge it up. I could charge up my iPhone too. I got everything just in case. But I don't see it as being any kind of a deal. Any kind of a big deal, put it that way. Yeah, fire is going good. That's going to be nice and toasty for my feet. Yep. It's not quite dark yet, but it is getting there. And I figured I'd get my fire going before it got true dark, because messing around with a fire steel when it's really dark with just a headlamp, didn't really want to. See a car going up the hill. See, I'm not that far away from civilization, but far enough to where it's, social distancing is definitely being practiced here. Yeah. Nice. Oh, toasty. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Oh, that feels good. Feels super good. I'll get a nice bed of coals going, and that'll keep me nice and toasty in my chair so I can enjoy some reading time. And just some time in general. Like I always say, get them batteries recharged. Yeah. Alrighty. Talk to you guys probably later. If not, see you in the morning. One or the other. So as you can see, it is fairly dark out. That's the sky. There is a half of a moon, so it's not bad. It's really nice. Is that. It's keeping my feet nice and toasty. Oh yeah. You know, there's no better antidote to the turmoil going on in the world, at least if you ask me. Just getting out, away from it all, putting down your social media while you're out here, not even touching it. I mean, behind me there's owls going off. It's so awesome. I'm sure you won't be able to, well, I'm fairly sure you won't be able to pick it up on the audio, but I can hear it behind me. There's like 3 or 4 of them, and they're calling back and forth. Yeah, it's nice. I love this time. And that wet wood worked out really well. I got 2 wet logs on there right now, and they're just, they're catching on. I mean, it's making it, like hardwood deluxe, you know, because it takes them a while to burn. And for the base, I've got 3 big logs down there, so there's some definite coals going on. My feet are starting to get super warm, which is excellent. The shoes themselves, let me see. Oh, warm, but not to the point where it's gonna melt or anything, but nice and warm. Yeah, it's nice. Super, super nice. I wonder if you can see the view. Hold on, let me see. Nah. If I had a better camera, that would look really, really cool. But oh well, it is what it is. No, I needed this. I needed to get out. It's been a crazy couple of weeks. Yeah, crazy couple of weeks. A crazy year, really. You guys know what I'm talking about. I don't need to tell you nothing about the craziness going on and just people doing weird stuff. Yeah. Things going on behind the scenes, you know, all of that. Well, I am going to enjoy this fire. Sit here for probably, I think I'll make it an early one tonight. I'll go to bed early. That'll be nice. Because the thing is, like I said, I got my, excuse me, my sleeping bag is rated to -26. So I am going to be toasty. And I am looking forward to a really comfortable night. I got my pillow blown up to put underneath my legs because, like I said, got it for me. I gotta have that. And this time I paid attention to the hanging of my hammock. Let's see if you can see it because of the reflection doesn't even show off of it. Okay, but I can see it. You guys can't, but I can. I hung it up a lot more careful this time so that I won't be sliding down to the bottom. I hope. I hope. I mean, last time was the only time that really happened till now. The water level is staying about the same. Haven't noticed any difference. Got a couple things I look at to make sure it's not rising and covering them. Yeah, other than that, man, what a pretty night. It's cold, which is what I wanted. Definitely. The air is so fresh. I mean, you get out here in the woods and man, that air is so clean. Does wonders. And a nice campfire. I needed this. I needed this big time. Excuse me. And I got it. Well, I hope you guys are doing as good as I am. I hope your life is in order and copacetic. Boy, that's a word, huh? And yeah, I hope you're getting through these times with your psyche intact and dealing with it. I hope so anyway. I hope that for everybody. Okay, I'm going to sign off. And I imagine, unless anything strange happens, which I don't think will happen, but in case anything comes up, I'll bring you back. Other than that, I think we will see each other in the morning. I'm looking forward to it. I brought some beef sausages made from produced from a grower. They have their own cattle. They're oh geez, what's the word in English? They're grown naturally, no power food or anything like that. They're out in the field all year long. They get brought into the stall at night and get fed hay, and all that stuff. And anyway, the beef products that they bring out are all handmade, and it's just by one family, and they're very super delicious. And I got 2 of those sausages, which I plan to do up in the morning with some red lentils and rice. Not much, just enough to mix it up. And that's going to be my breakfast to get me going for the day, with some really good coffee and some poudre au chocolat, like I had last time, that will go in the coffee really well. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, and until then, hope you guys are doing good, and I will see you in the morning. Yeah, back again. Let me walk up to the camp. Once more. Just wanted to talk to you guys again and explain a little bit about why I do this. For a lot of folks, I guess it'd be obvious, but for some, maybe not. I think in life, you have to sometimes just kind of take a time out. I guess take a time out from the craziness, the hustle and bustle. I don't know, get away from the job, get away from everything. And it's not just, it's not really getting away, because getting away sounds so negative. And I don't mean it that way. Because I do love my life. I seriously do. I have a great life. Life is grand. I can't complain. Wife's good to go. Kids are good to go. Grandchildren, oh, a joy. Seriously, a joy. But sometimes, I guess, it's just getting back to yourself more than anything else. It's getting in touch with yourself, you know? Getting in touch with that, yeah, just being alone. It's so seldom that we actually get to be alone. I mean, seriously alone. Not just alone where you're in a room, but alone where you're, a couple kilometers away from everybody. Excuse me. And I don't know, maybe it's not, well, I'm sure it's not for everybody. But if I could give one piece of advice, find something or find something that helps you get back to who you are. And find a place or a setting where you can sit back and contemplate life, contemplate your place in the world. Think about things that are going on, of course. Come to terms with things you cannot change. Change the things you can, as the saying goes. Yeah, I guess I'm rambling. I just kind of like talking to you guys. It helps me when I'm out here by myself, because it makes me feel not quite as alone. It's like there's somebody to talk to when there's nobody out here to talk to. Yeah. I can speak to somebody out there, who knows, whoever's watching the video. Anyway, I'm rambling. Y'all have a nice night. Love you. So, it's 99. Well, we'll see how it goes. I will see you all. Hang these up on my ridge line. I will see you all in the morning. I hope. Alright, sleep well. Well, good morning. It is a cold one. Yep, a very, very cold morning. But I was warm and snug in my sleeping bag all night long. No issues. That's the plus side. Yeah, that's the plus side. Here, let me show you what it looks like. Out here. Beauty morning, eh? It snowed just enough to make it pretty. That's the plus side. Or the plus side is I stayed warm. That's the real plus side. The snowing makes it pretty for sure. But on the downside, my setup did not work so well for keeping my stuff out of the snow. So, yeah, my stuff got kind of snowed on. The one corner of my tarp came loose. And I was just, it was like 6:30 in the morning. I wasn't getting up to mess with it. I said, screw it. I'll get up when I get up. And that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I don't even want to get up. It's still warm in here. And I know as soon as I step out, it's gonna be like, whoa! My shoes are directly under my hammock, so they're nice. That's okay. I mean, they're dry, but they're gonna be cold. Yeah, I don't know if I'll do any filming this morning. I'll give you a view from down, you know, from the normal spot, so you can see what the place looks like with snow on it. Yeah, snow everywhere, snow everywhere. Here's a view from, there's my gear hanger up there. Can hang stuff from your ridge line. Makes life easy. Oh, I got my clothes in my sleeping setup with me. Oh, my jackets and stuff, so they're staying nice and dry and warm comparatively. I'll bring my jacket in and warm it up beside me. It's not too wet. Crap, I don't know. Okay, I will see you guys when everything's packed up. It'll be a while. So a quick video and then I gotta get out of here. It's starting to snow more. It does look pretty though, don't it? Gotta say that sleeping bag was awesome, but it is a beast. Packing it up, geez Louise. Yeah, it's in a stuff sack and it's a compression sack, but man, it keeps you warm though. That's the plus side. All right, had a great time making the video. Love y'all. Bye-bye.